Sure, to back at lightweight, I guess. Is this permanent? I mean, can you just call it now and say this is your division forever?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to let me go back down, so.
So it's not even your choice that it's.
No, it's not my choice. It's all right, though.
How much different is it for you, though? Like, I mean, is it just a matter of, like, fight week cutting, or is it, like, is your whole life easier, or?
Oh, yeah. My whole life is definitely easier, more enjoyable. But I'm healthier. I get injured less. And, I think just overall genuine quality of life is just better,
So with all that said, you're saying like it wasn't your choice. Do you think the competitor in you or the stubborn fighter in you would still go down to 45 if they would let you, even though you just said it's far better life for me?
I mean, I think about it sometimes, but do I want to be bigger or do I want to be better, So guys at 55 I'm always the smaller guy. Whether it's, I might not be the shortest guy, but I'm always, length, my arms, and, they're usually bigger than me. But it is what it is, man. There's a lot of really great champions that were considered small, so what's the difference?
Did you feel a strength difference in the last fight?
Joe is a large boy. Man, I should say. And everyone, when I got home was like, man, he looked so much bigger than you. And when I watched the fight, I was like, yeah, he definitely was bigger than me. But I won, and, I think there's, pros and cons. Like, guys slow down when they're bigger than me, and, I think I could fit into certain spots a little better and move a little better. And I feel better smaller. I feel like I'm faster and move better on my feet and cardio-wise. So, like, I got to take what I can,
Very nice. All right, well, your second matchup, Grant Dawson. It's funny, right? Because you probably weren't like scouting this division, or do you watch everything, or were you not really? I mean, are these like new names to you?
No, I watch everything. I watch every fight. Yeah.
So when you got this name, I mean, I guess familiar already. What do you think?
Oh yeah. I was happy because I was supposed to fight Alves, who is 1-1. This is my 10th UFC fight, and no one knows him, and he's dangerous. So it's like, I was kind of like, all right, like, I guess I'll have to take it. But there's way more reward when I beat Grant. So, he's 5-0-1, and, I think that it should, or getting close to top 15 after I win.
What'd you make of his last fight, right? Because great performance until it wasn't, right? So which side do you look at?
I mean, my goal is to always break people in my fights anyways. So when I saw that, this was obviously before I got the matchup, I was like, oh wow, like Grant kind of got tired there. Rick is also really good though, Rick Clinton. He's, he might not be the most well-known guy, but he's a savvy, crafty veteran. And he's long and tall, so, he made it difficult for Grant in some spots, and I guess it tired him out a little bit. But, I'm going to have to use that to my advantage.
He's gone through a camp switch. One camp is that enough? Like, you've watched this guy. Can he be a different fighter in one camp at a new place, or do you just go, no, I kind of know who he is?
I don't think that you'll change all that much in 2 months or whatever, 3 months, however long he's been down there. But he could definitely learn some new tricks. Little things make a big difference. But I don't expect him to be completely different, especially under the lights. You always tend to revert back to your instincts, and like, in order to, you always revert to like 2 or 3 things, and then it takes months and years of drilling other things, and in your subconscious, those 2 or 3 things will fall out, and without you even realizing, the new things you're learning are coming into play. But it takes lots and lots and lots of repetitive drilling and drilling and drilling. So maybe he did drill for, an hour every day for the last 3 months. But, it takes years, so see what happens.
You said it, a recognizable name here, borderline top 15. I know you're kind of just easing your way into the division, but you went here. Do you start calling out some names and trying to make some matchups, or do you?
Man, I haven't even looked at. I don't know the order of the top. I know the top guys, but I'm not looking past Grant. And I don't want to fight backwards, but I'm just going to see what happens, and I'm going to say like, oh, I think I'm ready for a top 15. I'm not going to call anyone's name out though because I haven't even looked. So. Yeah.
Last thing for me, obviously win is important here, but is it important to you to get a finish? I mean, I know that if there's been a criticism, it's been, it's always decisions. Does that matter to you, or is a win a win?
A win's a win, but I definitely want spectacular performance. I've been criticized, for just winning fights, which I don't know. To me, a win is a win, but if I want to make a statement and get a top 15, then I should, I'm looking for the finish. So.
After your last fight, you mentioned that you just grinded it out, and that just always seems to be the story of your life.
Yes.
Every fight. Do you expect? Is that the plan every time you're going into these fights? Are you just preparing yourself for just a grueling affair?
I mean, I'm always preparing to go 3 rounds, yes, but I don't want to go 3 rounds every time. I would like to get in and out of there. It's just the way, the cookies crumbled for me. I haven't had a finish since my debut, my UFC debut. But before that, I was finishing guys, and then the level of competition goes up. And, there was also a point where I was on a 2-fight losing streak. And I was like, all right, I just have to win this. I just have to win to keep my job. I had to treat it as a business for a little bit instead of trying to treat it as an entertainment spectacle for the fans and stuff. Like, I needed to keep my job. So, but on a 3-fight winning streak, and I've gained a lot of experience. I'm ready to show out.
Your last loss was the current lightweight champion, Charles Oliveira. Back when you fought him, did you feel like he was championship material?
I mean, he was on a 6-fight winning streak. I think all finishes before me. So I knew he was really, really good. And he also had a boatload of experience before that. But when I lost, we were in the hotel room and my wife was like, he's going to be the champion. And then we watched him. I think he fought Kevin, Lee, and then he fought Ferguson, and then so on and so on. And look where he's at. So it's almost, that loss aged super well for me. It's like, oh, he's on a 3-fight losing streak. His last loss is to the champion. Like almost sounds good, So, but yeah, he's obviously championship material.